talking about, little tiny thing. Okay. Alright, so got something a little fun today. Downrange at 1,070, 1,067, so almost 1,070. We've got a can of silly string. This is these things are tiny. Trying to think of what I could compare it to. Probably half the diameter of a pop can and about as tall. So you're looking at half the size of a pop can target here. I've got the custom Tikka 7mm SAUM build, 180 ELDMs. Target is directly in front of the 24-inch plate. We've got wind that is all over the place. We've got about a 9 to 10 mile an hour at half value. Oh, here we go. Much on the wind. Let's give it another 2 on the wind. Looks like we're about 3 inches low and 3 inches left. I was kind of wondering about that. I just gave this rifle a good cleaning, so it obviously lost just a touch of velocity. Okay. Now we're about opposite the other direction. Split that in half. I'm kind of excited to see what happens to silly string when you blast it. Okay, about an inch to the right. Boy, that wind is wild. I was hoping that the wind would stay. What the heck did I do there? Hoping the wind would stay pretty steady. Don't believe. No, that wind is not steady. Oh. Oh man, I held right where the bullet landed. I held just to the left of the can, thinking that the wind, what I dialed and how the wind had just changed a slight bit, that I was going to put it right in there, and it did, about an inch. Come on, we are all over this thing, all over it. Oh, come on. I tried to let loose of that one fast before I had too much of a wind change. What is up with these things dropping? I got two groups going on. There it was. Alright. I was worried. That was 10 shots, and if you know anything about my videos, that was a tiny target now, mind you. A tiny target. That was kind of cool to watch that thing blow up. But anyway, if you know anything about my videos, I give myself 10 rounds for whatever target I'm shooting. If I don't do it in 10 rounds, that's it. We'll call it a day. That was on the 10th round. That thing popped. Cool. That was cool. Fighting the wind on that. And also, if you don't know anything about me, I enjoy shooting in the wind. A lot of guys will, or a lot of shooters will come out, and if they've got wind to contend to, they won't shoot, or they won't shoot the distance that they normally could. I prefer a crazy wind because you don't get better. Like I said before, anybody, if we didn't have to contend with wind, wind is what makes you miss. If you didn't have to contend with wind, every shot we shoot would be no problem. You get a good blow, worked up, low standard deviation, and they all drop in the same spot. The wind, like that, changing directions, changing speeds, and having to make fast shots to try to adjust for the wind on the fly, is where you really gain skill in long range precision. So, it's enough yik-yakking. That was it. 10 shots. Tiny little silly string can. Alright. Out. Alright. So what happens when you shoot a can of silly string, Fiesta string I should say, with a 7mm? You get a 7mm sized piece of silly string. That is sweet. Straight through. There's a good center punch. We got Fiesta string. Nice big spray over here. I was looking when I was driving back here. All draped in through the beans here. So that answers that. What happens when you shoot silly string? It makes a silly string size string, or a bullet size string. Alright.